Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Marci Production.
7 Mile Radio.
What was that? That you are DPS, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that makes so much
East Side
sense.
DPS to be
Please.
exact. East Side. Oh, East Side.
Make sure y'all share the link. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Good.
Who's that?
Yeah.
That's you.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
It was. You hit the button and it went away.
There we go.
Thanks.
It was not me.
Thanks.
It's okay. We got it. We got it.
We got it. I'm sorry. It might have been me.
Happy Monday evening. Happy Monday evening. And we are here to say goodbye to January. January has been a little bit ghetto.
Oh, I've been hitting the wrong one now. I hit the wrong one that time.
Everybody's on the struggle bus today.
Just come out
Bring us
later.
together, Marci.
Yes. It's January. I'm telling you. It's January's fault.
Is Mercury in the microwave?
It is.
In the microwave.
Drinking Gatorade.
Okay.
All that shit.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully it's about
I
to
hate when that
end.
happens.
Not the microwave.
Everything be out of whack. It just be a little off.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, ugh.
I see somebody's in the building. We have Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for tuning in. Share the link, why don't you? It's a new one. I think I saw her last time. Anyway, well, first off, how was everyone's weekend? How was yours, Alita?
So relaxing. I'll be honest, I had one of those weekends that was so relaxing that I got back to work today and I was like, I probably should have did a little bit. But I didn't. I enjoyed the weekend.
Did a little bit of work?
Yeah, just
Oh.
a little bit of something, like send an email or something.
You did nothing.
I did nothing
You
real
did
hard and real good. And you know what? I also did shamefully. I drank a 2-liter this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Oh, don't. Why you always want to
A
push a button?
2-liter
I don't
of
know.
what?
I don't know.
A 2-liter of pop.
What kind? Oh yeah, what kind of pop though?
It's delicious Tahitian treat.
Oh, I was
my
about to
God.
say it better be the good shit.
Oh my
better be the
God, it
good
was
shit.
so good.
I was about to give you a round of applause for that.
No, because that's bad. I should not be
Bad?
drinking a 2-liter.
Okay.
I shouldn't be drinking pop at all.
Is that why you're kind of like you have a red undertone today? Like, look at her.
Is it seeping through me?
It's kind of red. You
She
kind of
looks
red.
Am I? Are
Yes.
y'all joking with me?
No, I'm dead ass.
What?
You have a little red undertone.
Do I got a fever? Oh no.
I was starting.
check on me.
Okay, I got a photo
Mark,
shoot in a
what are
couple
you
weeks.
doing over there with that?
Huh?
That sugar is not good for us. And that you drinking it straight out the bottle, that means it's specifically yours. Like nobody,
Yeah,
we
that's
are
mine.
backwashing everything.
What do you mean? I'm not sharing my pop.
Obviously, I'm not asking. A little bit I wanted some, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
It's okay. Don't. Hey, T-Boz.
Hey, T-Boz, and hello, Barbie. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Marci, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. What did I do?
I was about to say that was so
Friday.
just bland for Marcy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember what I
Pretty
did
good.
Friday, but
turn up.
right.
Oh, that means he had a
Saturday?
good day.
Yeah.
He had a good day. You don't remember.
I think so. Saturday, yeah, I did have a good day Friday. I think I went out a little bit. And
little bit.
A
yeah,
little bit.
Yeah, I'm about to say what that means.
that means one venue for Marcy.
Oh, okay.
And then
Wow.
Saturday, there was a Pistons game, right? We played the Bucks.
So that means you worked.
Yeah, I worked the Pistons game.
Okay.
And they somebody made a point and said there were the two worst teams in the NBA, so it must be a good game. And guess what? It was a great game.
Dang.
I
Was
think
close? Did
it was
we-
very close.
did
All the
we
way
win?
up. We lost by like 3, but we
So it was a score of 14, 13?
114, 117.
Whoa, I was
like
close.
that.
No
It's 100
defense.
points off.
I'm about to say no
Yeah,
defense.
that's it. But very, 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 very close. So after that, I went to a Future. I worked the Future concert.
Look, I went to a work the.
Went
Yeah,
to
I
a-
like it. I went to what? I worked at. Yeah, that's whatever.
Went to work.
Went to work.
The Future
at
concert.
Future concert.
Fix
So
that
how
up.
was it? Was you in there like fuck up the cover shit? I don't know if he has new things out.
I didn't hear many new songs at all. And you know what? I was kind of excited because I mean, Jeezy was there. I wanted to see Jeezy.
love Jeezy.
And then there was somebody's nephew there, young Skilla, something young.
I don't know.
DJ
these new
Somebody's
kids.
nephew.
I don't
It
know
had to
these
be.
new kids.
It had to be one of their nephews.
Yeah, had to be.
Let my nephew open. And then that had to be it because I don't know who that is. And then Kodak Black was supposed to
I
perform,
heard
but
that he didn't come.
he came there too late, and then
Oh.
the producer didn't. Well, the promoter did not let him perform. And then when they start breaking down all the equipment, and then he took his ass on stage. Yeah, he brought his ass on stage while they were breaking stuff down. So after the arena had
Was
let
they
out,
playing his songs?
I don't believe so.
He was just standing
He
on
was
stage
on there.
silently.
With a fast food cup, and
So he
Just
had time to
doing
stop and
acapella.
get some food,
Just-
but he didn't have time to be there to perform. for
that's
the
what
people that
happened.
played.
He
Can
did.
people get their money back in that situation? Was he
Um,
the headliner?
The promoter at least got his money back probably because Kodak didn't perform. Whatever he was going to pay Kodak, I'm pretty sure he didn't give him.
Steep.
But the concert was already an hour behind, and Kodak didn't get there on time. So they had to let Future go on. So it was like, you're not about to perform after Future.
I mean, because
He's the headline,
yeah.
right?
Right.
So, from what I understand, he got there at the end of the concert and, or got there too late, and then he just got on stage while they're breaking down equipment and stuff. So everybody had left the arena, but then they saw him come on stage. People start coming back in the arena while the lights are on, while they're unhooking cords. It was very ghetto.
yeah, that sounds.
Very, very ghetto.
I'd be in the house because you
But
lost me at
again,
an hour late.
it was his music playing. He was not playing.
Do you hear her? She said
Yeah.
breaking down.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Shut it down.
They didn't
go
play
to
any music.
bed. We're done.
From what I understand, if they did, it would have been from someone's portable boombox. Okay, it did not.
Did they have the Bose speaker in there?
Right, a little small one.
You know, for
The
the backyard
Bluetooth.
barbecue. Yeah,
Bluetooth.
a little something
Well, anyway, so, but I did have a good time
at work.
At work, serving the masses.
Yes.
Liquor.
Mm-hmm.
I might have overdone it a little bit because the arena was fine except for on my floor.
Did you say serving the masses or the masses?
She
Masses-
didn't say massa.
There weren't many white people there. Honestly,
No.
I thought it was gonna be a lot. Well, even in the suites, I worked in the suites. It was all black people there.
That's what's
I
up.
thought white folks liked Future.
Yeah, but probably not the rest of them. They be like, we can't go
Yeah,
to
because
that
they
one.
damn sure don't like the pass. We know that much. All right, that was a bad one.
So
Don't laugh at that. Don't encourage that. Why? What are you? Don't do that.
they don't never want to talk about the past, and they got nerd to come see Future. So anyway, I want to say thank you to all the Negroes who came and tipped me very well at Future's concert.
Thank you, bro.
There's a stigma out here that black people
love to say
that black people don't tip,
lies
lies.
and deception.
Maybe it's because you're white. Maybe that's why they don't tip you.
Because I do tip the whites less.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Or maybe
y'all-
because you're an asshole.
Y'all got privilege. I mean,
That sounds like a
use
very.
it.
That sounds like a very cheap shoe store.
What?
Whites less.
Whites less.
Okay, that was
Like
another
Payless?
bad one. Never mind.
You are not on the road today.
I'm not. Okay.
Mark, where's the butter? Where's the butter?
Boom,
Where's
boom,
the
boom, boom.
butter?
I'm trying to be like Marci with the dry humor, and it ain't working.
It's not. It's,
She's better at it
I'm
than
gonna say.
me.
I think that's her lane. We
Yeah.
have to clear the way for her.
Yeah.
We have to.
It got to be a more exciting topic than Future
It
anyway.
has to.
Because I thought I was gonna be so excited to go watch the concert after the fact, and I just honestly I just went to my car.
No.
Yeah, I didn't have a passion to do it at all. And he just doesn't turn me on like that.
Okay.
You know, I think a lot of people have to say that.
And he was the headliner out of who else was there? Jeezy and Nephew and who?
Jeezy, Nephew, and Kodak Black, and Babyface Ray.
Oh, okay.
Babyface Ray. Okay,
Babyface
that's what's
Ray
up.
was there.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so I can see why Future was the headliner.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm pretty
And
sure
I can also see
Jeezy
why the white folks
got
went
him-
there.
I mean,
I think Jeezy had him working.
Jeezy probably sold more tickets.
And I remember the crowd going crazier to Jeezy than they did for Future.
Yeah, of course
They
did,
went
man. This
crazier.
is like his
Because
house.
if I'm
It's
being
hot, yeah.
honest, I'm leaving after Jeezy.
Yeah,
You said they started late. I'm already tired.
people started leaving like in the
Kodak,
middle
Kodak,
of Future.
man. Ain't nobody come to see you, Kodak.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't think I
I
know
really-
too many Kodak songs.
I really want to hear "Roll in Peace." Can he roll in peace? Can go to sleep.
I don't know that song.
Well, we got some more listeners
I
here.
don't say I don't know that one, but
Janine.
Hi, Janine.
Hey, Janine. Hey, Leona.
Hey, Leona.
Leona or Leona. It's a pretty name. Rachel over in Jersey. What's up? Kim
I'm about to start giving everybody nicknames.
and Katrina. As
That's
usual.
what I do. I tend to do that to my listeners too.
Yeah,
Nicknames.
yeah.
You got Ray, Kimmy, and Trina in the building.
in the building.
Yep. So, all right. Well,
What
as
we're
far as-
talking about?
Since we on the talking to the audience, quick question: put a hand up in the room if you would actually like to join in studio audience for Marci's show in the future.
Live studio audience.
Let's hear it.
Put
If you
your
think
hands
it
up in the air, put your hands up
in the air. If you think it would be a good, well, we know it's a good idea, but if you would like to be there,
we know it's a good idea.
if you would like to be at my first live studio audience podcast show,
There you have it.
if you would like to be there, let us know. Let us know. Put your hand up in the air.
Raise your hands. I'm gonna raise my hand. Can I raise my hand?
Yeah, I think you'll be there.
I'm me.
I think you'll be there. Mark, will you be there?
I'll be there.
You'll be there
I'll be there
with a cup. We're gonna be there with a cup.
I'll ask that offline.
And I also want to ask everybody who's watching right now to just hit that share button. Hit that share button out there so we can get everybody
Tag some of your favorite people you'd like to talk to
Tag
in the comments and get them in here.
Yep, because in a minute we're gonna take some phone calls about this topic because I know everybody has some feelings about it. So what feelings?
Feelings.
Yep, I'm gonna say somebody. We wasn't gonna get it 3 times, but I wish she would have because I didn't know. I don't know what that.
Yeah.
Feeling.
Oh, I'm not gonna try it again.
It's a few different feeling songs.
Okay, you right.
Brandy's in the building.
Brandy.
Shout out to Big B.
Hey.
What's going on? She said she gonna definitely come to the show.
Pull up on
That's
us.
what's up. Pull up on us.
Front and center. So we're gonna talk about Tyree Nichols. A lot of people, and that's the general feeling about it. Here we go again. And you know what?
It's physically draining to be watching our people get slaughtered like this. Go ahead, my bad.
No, it's okay. Remember, I said we gotta take up the time.
Yeah, go ahead.
So plenty of people felt like Alita, and how I felt before I watched the video. We did.
You watched it?
I watched some of it. I watched as much as I could, but I didn't get a chance to
watched it.
break it down, watch it.
You watched the whole video.
Yeah, I watched all of them.
You know, that's his thing.
Can I ask how y'all still do that? I'm not gonna say.
I waited a week to watch it.
I haven't seen some horrible things, but
Because
I can't keep watching.
I was with Mark.
You was with me.
When I was over here
Oh
yesterday.
yeah.
Saturday
Okay.
when I watched it.
I mean, the reason why I watched it, and I know pretty much the extent of what I was going to see, but I guess just to see exactly what happened and how it happened through and through, and just to help understand, just how severe the situation was, and then to see the demeanors of the police.
That's what I don't want
during
to see.
and after, because the thing I want to see that because these are not the only people. These are not the only police that act like that.
Of course
you know what I mean?
not.
So it's just I just
So
need
many
to
of them.
read these, the character, and the body language, and hear the language.
That's what I didn't want to see. Like, I mean, it's so many components, but I just didn't want to see these motherfuckers acting like.
Like,
This is what they supposed to be doing.
These are black men.
That pissed me off as well.
I'm embarrassed.
Black men whom, if they weren't in those uniforms and they had been pulled over by the police, could be subject to the same type of actions from the police.
And
So
they think because they dog.
Yeah, and it just really boggles me, man. Like how
can you
white
do that?
supremacy does not come always in the form of a white face.
Definitely not.
Oh, we got blue supreme. The Club of Blue Lives Matter. Those blue people, the gang, they're a gang.
They are a gang,
and they act like my mom made this
mob.
point. They act like gang members. So
we literally had Gang Squad here in Detroit. Do you all
I
not
remember
recall
that.
that?
I remember
that. And then even years ago, what was it, like May, I believe, in 2017, where we all seen the viral video of the 2 police officers who whooped the hell out of that man in the gas station and was fired. So we know that black police officers are not exempt from the brutality that we normally see white officers.
But they be perpetuating this shit like they are though.
And I was telling Mark the other day.
Some of them sign up for that job just specifically to be able to get away with that shit.
And so
I'm
you wonder
disgusted.
why there's a shortage of these police people in general in Detroit, they're constantly
how many people don't
begging.
want to be police?
They're constantly begging people to become police officers, and we see the type of people who decide to become police officers. It's those type of niggas. Those niggas that probably did not have the clout that they have now in high school. It's always them. It's always them. It's always the ones who didn't have whatever power they thought they should have had in college or high school, and they decided, hey, I need to feel that in some kind of way, so I'm going to become a cop. And I was telling Mark the other day, you see the type that actually signed up for this shit. So
it's shameful.
And I don't want to make this about them because I want to honor Tyree's life and the men.
Absolutely.
Tyree's life. So he's a 29-year-old. He was pulled over January 7th. For reckless driving. He was less than 100 yards away from his house, by the way. He was attempting to, they say that he was attempting to flee on foot, but if he was attempting to flee on foot, how the fuck you yank him out the car?
Here's the thing, right? I was about to say, they pulled up. Here's the thing. I'm going to start from the beginning.
Because you saw the whole thing.
This is in addition to what the police chief observed when she watched the dash cam footage of previously to him being pulled over to try to see what violation he committed that warranted the stop. So she said that she didn't even see any reckless driving, right? So then that start with the stop. They jumped out of the car, two cops, one in front of the other, and the second one had his gun drawn already while they're running towards the car. That's already a violation right there because you drawing your gun, and not only that, your partner is in front of you in direct line of fire. If something happened, you would have shot him. So now you run straight to the car. You, like you say, yank him out of the car. And you begin to rough him up.
And then tase him.
And tase him. And that's when he tried to get the fuck home.
Because he said, I'm just trying to get home. He's probably about to run home. He's 100 yards away from home.
He was running home, right? And when they called for backup and, more officers showed up, they got caught up with him, like you say, 100 yards, less than, a couple of houses away from his house. And then that's when they administered the beating that cost him his life.
And I'm talking about hitting this guy while he's standing up with his back toward them. This is some real stupid shit.
Listen, not his back, his hands is handcuffed behind his back while one officer is still, or actually two officers are holding each arm. And the other officer is in full boxing stance, full sweep, bow. But with two people holding him, the swing, the impact, he still twisted around.
Because why? He's 140 pounds. He's 6 feet, 140 pounds because he has Crohn's disease. He's a small man.
And they talking about how strong he is because he's not going down after he beat up and they got him propped up on the side of the car. They're talking about, yeah, man, I was dropping bombs on him. You was dropping bombs on him and he wasn't going down. It's like you got two people holding him up and shit. That's why he's not going down. And y'all kicking his head like you fucking hiking a football through the damn from the 50-yard line.
Calling out for his mom. Who, if she was on the porch in the kitchen, she would have heard him. So he died 3 days later in the hospital. Like I said, this happened on January 7th. The tapes were released last week, and the Shelby County District Attorney's Office did say, we understand why the public would want the tapes to this. Yeah, I know you would understand. So the footage was released in 4 parts from like three different body cams and also a surveillance cam in the area. Now, when you said that they didn't find anything like a reason to pull him over, I truly believe that these cops had this on their mind already.
So here's the thing: it was alleged. Now I don't know how true this may be, but I heard one rumor of it being something about somewhere along the lines of being about a female, like one of the cops may have known him, some kind of
some stupid shit like that. Memphis is small,
so maybe that was part of the reason. Okay, that he, but that's kind of, but my thing, my thing about that, if that detail or if that rumor is even true, I'm just wondering about, because initially the cops that first pulled him over was one of them was a white cop, I believe.
Where they picture at?
Right?
No. Where they picture at?
Right. They didn't have those. So now it's the 5 cops that like those are the backup cops, right?
They got released.
Whooped his ass. No, what you mean they got released?
The backup cops, the 2 ones that came up afterwards, they got fired immediately.
So here's the thing: it was 5 of them that got fired and charged immediately, and then 2 of them after the tapes came out, they found out that 2 of them was deputy sheriffs, and those 2 were removed with pay. So maybe those are 2 that you're thinking about that
Maybe
didn't get fired. Yeah, so that's how that went. But I don't know. They said they found after the tapes came out, right, that 2 of them was deputy sheriff. There was no white cops on the tapes, but I do believe that at least one of the cops that pulled him over and there was in the initial altercation where he was tased was white. I have to check the details on that.
Mind you, this is a 29-year-old man, father of 4, skateboarder, photographer of landscapes. He's from California. He moved to Memphis pre-pandemic, right before the pandemic, and he was working for FedEx for the last 9 months until his death. Everybody describes him, or his coworkers describe him as one of the most caring people, and he's one of those people that made everybody around him happy. You can see that through his pictures that he was definitely a very
and
even if he wasn't though. This doesn't.
That's the thing that kind of messed me up is because he's coming home from doing something that I probably would have been out doing, taking pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It could have been any of us, and I truly believe that these cops had intentions on doing that to somebody or some kind
really
of
like a mob mentality type thing when y'all just be pulling
well,
up, swinging on
they
niggas
have
and shit like that.
Health from the Shenanigans show kind of had a whole episode yesterday when we were discussing this, and part of the reason he was recalling when one of the cops or a cop that he know, or maybe it was when he got pulled over, but something along the lines of some cop telling him that they specifically target black men in Chargers.
Oh yeah, in Detroit, absolutely.
But that's the kind of car that he was driving.
Really?
Was a Charger. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So now this Scorpion unit, right, is basically like, I guess, a Memphis version of the Gang Squad.
Mind you, they had the Gang Squad outside the Future concert last night. What? But my thing is, do y'all do this shit for the Red Wings games?
Of course not.
These motherfuckers be in there brawling.
Fuck.
First of all, they brawl on the damn on the rink.
ice.
Yeah.
Yep.
They brawl on the ice. What other sport allows that? Not no black ones. They won't allow us to even
Boxing, MMA, maybe.
That's it. But they don't let us get away with that in no other area.
Not no sport.
Hockey
that
players, they get out.
Involves a ball or puck.
They get out and it's hockey's they have way more dangerous tools on the court. I mean on the rink. They have sticks, they have blades.
Axes. Yeah,
Blades.
fucking.
And a hard ass puck that knocks half of their teeth out every year.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting how the policies are different. You know how it goes. So these officers are charged with 2nd-degree murder. I think it should be first, like I said, because I think this was plotted in one way or another. Aggravated assault, aggravated kidnapping, and official misconduct and official oppression. I don't know exactly what official oppression is.
Here go my question. Murder, great. That's exactly what happened. Charge him. Why do other cops be getting like reckless endangerment and shit like that, like roundabout charges?
These black motherfuckers was not about to have these white people back them. You know, that was like yon. Y'all did it. Why would they? They don't have anybody who care about them like that they sure did. Well, know why? Because they've done this before. They done it before and they got away. They too comfortable. The way they were swinging, it was too casual.
That's crazy.
Too casual. They definitely done this before. Memphis is just like Detroit, but it's southern. So I can imagine the magnitude of tokenism in the department is definitely way stronger than what it is up north. So and that's how it is in the South, period.
Man.
So you know for sure that they have done this before and they had people back them or they gotten away with it. This time somebody died. The cops can't. The most that the white boys gonna do is cover up for you, but you can't cover up somebody's death.
Yeah.
They could, but they got the wrong family. Some of these families don't play that shit, and they're gonna get to the bottom of it, no matter how long it takes.
Man.
So, like we said, we see pictures of these guys. They look like some regular punk ass football rejects that did not make the team.
The other day I seen that it was some association with a fraternity.
You know which one? You want to say which one?
I ain't got shit. I know which one, but I ain't got shit to do with shit. I heard they was Q's. Maybe 2 or 3 of them. And it was a lot.
Call your brothers.
It was a lot of think pieces on that on Twitter.
Can you put the phone number up? Because I know some people might have some feelings about this. And shout out to everybody who has logged in. Marquisha, Betty, Sherry, and Lenora. Thank you for watching. Please share. And definitely give us some commentary if you have any. there were some peaceful protests around the U.S. LAPD department, LAPD faced some peaceful protesting outside of their establishment, in which the rioters were met with the riot gear police officers. New York Times Square, they did a peaceful protest there. I think people went to the White House in D.C., did the same thing. And Atlanta and other cities did it. I'm not sure about Detroit. I didn't get anything about that.
Well, it was a small group of people that I've seen or heard about that was protesting downtown. Nothing large at all.
So the general public opinion, we see, like you mentioned, there's a lot of public opinion about how these black officers were being treated versus how the white officers are being treated. And
I just want to be clear that all these motherfuckers is wrong.
Right.
But I'm saying that the system that they thought was going to protect them, that they thought was going to cover shit up, sure is letting them have it.
And this is the way they should be treating the white officers.
It is.
So when we bring up that narrative, like we want to make sure that we're making.
We don't want to get off like them.
We want them.
We
Right?
want
them to be
treated
prosecuted the same way
correct
that we're
that we
prosecuted.
get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or how about even not even the way we're prosecuted? How about this? The way it should be.
Yeah.
The way
Just
it should be.
in accordance with the laws that these so-called people uphold.
Yeah. Like I'm embarrassed as fuck. First of all, to see brothers treating brothers like this. Like that was my initial feeling. I'm like, this is
That's what I
embarrassing
said.
as
Yeah,
fuck.
man, come on, man.
Like,
Like
what we
you
doing,
if
man?
you weren't in that uniform, and you were riding around in your personal
Because
Charger,
they needed how many
and
people?
and you were riding around in plain clothes in your personal Charger, your car, and you got pulled over by the Memphis police
same
officer.
thing could
You
happen
could have
to
been
them.
the same, but you're a police officer. So why don't you understand? It's like the black cops. I feel like the black cops. I feel like they should have, or the reason why you became a cop is to change the narrative, is to help come in your community and
Is that
police
why
the
they
community
become-
because
That's what they say.
Is that
you
what-
know
is
the
that
people,
why?
you can deal with the people better than people
That's
who
how
aren't
they
from
deal
your
with the
community.
people?
That's what they.
But again, like, right, that part. But this is how you respond. This is how you operate, rather.
And you know,
I think it go back to what Marci said about like they just like weak. Like it go back to that high school mentality. I feel like if you want to fight somebody, go and sign up for a little boxing club or some underground shit. You don't need to roll up on somebody
but that's allowing them an equal playing field for them to be.
they
attacked
can't
back.
fight. They can't fight.
Exactly.
So,
It's whole
what was I
shit.
say? Yeah, like we said, the people that sign up to be cops, they're supposed to be the people that quote unquote change the narrative. But here we go. Honestly, I don't think it's our job to change the narrative.
It's not. It's not.
You can't make somebody not hate you because you're
Man.
black. So
Oh my goodness.
and can you put the phone number up again? Oh, it is up. It is. Oh, y'all just don't want to talk to me.
Oh.
Got it.
Oh.
Got it. Got it. Y'all might
Ouch.
as well be cops. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
The views and opinions expressed. No, I'm just joking.
And I'm
Thank
gonna
you for the disclaimer.
Please, Lord have mercy.
and I'm gonna put these cops' name out there because they're fucking stupid.
I'm surprised you ain't seen a picture of them.
What is no? Because I don't even want to show their faces.
Oh, I
Most
got you.
of them,
What is
Rachelle says most of them were bullied growing up and crave power. The uniform gives us that. I would like for these people, the humans that know them, to start speaking up. Let us know the stories. Tell us what happened, why they act like that. I want to know what happened. Tell me about the wedgies that these motherfuckers got when they were in school. Because what's up? Something happened up here that stuck with you. I gotta know. I want to know.
I was gonna say, I wonder how their families are reacting right now.
Oh my goodness,
They probably
embarrassed.
man, I knew your ass was a cracker. You know, like they probably was like, man, told you your ass changed. Told you changed. To Darius.
For that man.
To Darius. I knew you changed to Darius.
Is that one of their real names?
To Darius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett, I knew you wasn't shit. Emmett Martin the third.
Emmett Martin.
Desmond.
You got all the names in the book that say you should be on the other side of this shit. Emmett Martin.
Emmett Martin.
Emmett
The
Martin.
ancestors are rolling over in their graves because you motherfucker.
He like the
Emmett
motherfucker. What did that
Martin.
show when shit nigga was blind? It's like, I'm black. He like the way he thought the black nigga thought he was white and shit.
Oh, you talking about Dave Chappelle?
Emmett Martin and shit. That's his name. and
Emmett
shit.
goddamn Martin.
The third. So you let down Emmett 1 and 2, motherfucker.
You letting down
Emmett 1 and 2
letting
and
down
slaves, and now
Martin.
your girl ass grew up to be a police officer that killed niggas.
Man.
Emmett 1 rolling over in his grave.
I heard that's how policing even ever started? Just slave catching.
That's what they
Yeah.
were.
It
That's
wasn't,
it.
and then evolved.
That's
from
why I
there.
said
So
that.
why
Like your
even
great
sign up
granddaddy
for-
was a slave. Now you grew up to be a police to kill
Why
niggas.
even sign up for some
black
shit like
police.
that?
Des-
I just want to hear from the bullies.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Got Desmond Mills Jr. and Justin Smith. All y'all can go to the slammer because
Go to hell.
I can't believe y'all did this shit.
Disgusting.
I want to hear y'all say something too. Anyway,
I want to hear from a black police officer. I want to know why are you signed up for this type of job? Do you really
To
believe
protect
that
and
shit?
serve the community.
because the benefits are great and
Yeah, there you go.
you get to
You
earn a lot of
paid,
money.
And and
How much money?
It's the overtime with them. The overtime you get to make a lot of money.
And see, remember in high school when you had those like little server job type things, and then it'd be like, we slow go home. I was the one that always wanted to go home. Like some people like, nah, I need this money on
just
my
sitting here
check.
thinking-
Please always
just
send me
sitting
home.
here- sitting here
Overtime
thinking they
doesn't
probably-
even sound delicious.
got cops that just do nothing and milk the clock and don't
Oh,
give
yeah.
a fuck about nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and then you have the privatized police, the privately owned, privately funded police.
What?
Yes. So
Private police. Say more.
so here's the thing, like it's like you know how they say defund the police and that'll be,
Yeah.
solving to the problem?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely not, right? Because you have privately owned, privately funded police. It's
What-
like
what do you-
like the precinct right here on Van Dyke, the Centerline Police Precinct right here on Centerline. Okay, it's not funded by the state. It's privately funded. So it's like
By the citizens.
yeah, like some billionaire, like the DeVosses, the racist ass motherfuckers, for example. So when we say defund the police, you'll be defunding the ones who are possibly the good ones, as opposed to these privately funded ones who have agendas, who go in and be the scorpion units of our community, especially when we got cities like Warren and Centerline right on the outside skirts
So
edges.
You saying is private police and public police, they all
Funded by
enforce the
different
same
people.
thing?
Yeah.
So how do I know the difference? I don't. As
You
a
don't.
citizen, I get pulled over by private police, and what?
Yeah. And
You
then
know what? I'm
that's
probably
what- that's-
thinking of
that's-
some Delta Force type shit. I'm probably overthinking this right now. That's my bad. I'm probably
It was a lot to take on. So
I don't
kinda
know,
like
because it's just a
overload.
lot. Yeah, like private police. I don't know. I'm thinking about like
privately funded police.
okay.
Shell,
Pre-
Shell, thank
precincts.
you for tuning in, Shell, Shelly Shell. I don't.
What?
Her name it says CHELLE. Shelly Shell or Shell Shelly or Shelly
Shell.
I
Shelly.
can't see that person.
Kind of like Pelly Pell.
Maybe that's your
Pelly-
friend and
Pelly
you see her
Pelly?
tuned in. I didn't see her.
No,
Wait,
I
it's
don't know.
it's pronounced Pelly Pale. I thought it was Pelly Pelly.
or Pell. I don't know.
You're not about to give me all this
know.
information at one time. Okay,
It's too much.
It's too much for me to digest.
Question though to everybody: does it make you angrier that these were black cops? Does
Yes.
it make you more angry?
Absolutely.
I'm pissed off. You've been seeing us in these streets for years, decades,
I guarantee you
fighting against
that
this shit.
I guarantee you that one or all of them have either been harassed by police when they was growing up,
Oh, yeah.
or known somebody who has lost their life possibly to even police brutality.
Don't we all at this point?
That's my
I felt like
point.
Sandra
That's
Bland was my
point.
sister.
I mean, but I mean like really personally,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Okay. I'm angrier.
Have
that
experienced
they're
some
black.
all of them has personally experienced police brutality in some way, form, or fashion.
I don't know
or
why
police
I'm angry.
neglect.
I don't know why I'm angry. It just seems like
I'm embarrassed.
it's like the little sibling that gets in trouble for the same thing the big sibling did. Like, bro, you just saw, you know the consequences of your actions. Why are you doing this? Why are you joining in like that? I don't know. It makes me more upset. It's all fucked up, but that these guys are black is really pissing me off.
It's shameful. Y'all
It's-
big as hell. This guy was real
man.
little. It's really cowardly.
They
So,
little
I
too
mean,
if you
and
really
they
think
was
about it.
knocking him around
Come
like
on,
they
Mark.
was.
Come on, Mark.
like a white ball on the pool table.
Oh my God.
We're gonna stop talking about this because we got other stuff to cover. But we're gonna keep y'all posted in the case, even because I know a lot of people don't feel like keeping up with this case.
I can't
So,
do it. It's mentally exhausting.
It's very draining.
I
So,
can't tune in like that.
We're gonna move on.
Protect your mental health.
Protect your mental health. R.I.P. Tyree Nichols.
Yes.
January is Human Trafficking Prevention Month.
You know what
And
this show is?
What?
This show is heavy.
It is heavy.
Human Trafficking Month. What does this
Yeah.
mean?
Human Trafficking Prevention Month.
Prevention Month.
It's going to be.
What the fuck are we doing here?
It's to inform the masses on exactly what it is, because a lot of people don't really understand the depth of exactly what it is. We always just think sex, but it's a lot of elements to
Slavery
it.
is still a thing.
Man.
It's a lot of elements for it to be 27.6 million people, adults and kids in the world, who are subject to human trafficking
That's
right now at
crazy.
this point.
That's an
I don't
astronomical.
know, I don't know
number.
what about that statistic just made me think about this, but it's a little bit off subject, but still on. I was watching the news the other day. I believe it was on the 28th of January, 2 days ago, and they said that we have had more mass shootings this year in the
I
country than
believe
we've
it.
had days.
That's crazy.
This
year.
year.
The
month's
days
not
of-
even over yet.
Yeah.
We've had more mass shootings than we've had days
Of the year.
on the 28th.
That's wild. That's wild.
And yes, that was very off topic. Thank you.
But yeah,
Yeah.
let's go ahead.
So anyway, human trafficking is forced labor and sex trafficking of people. Okay,
Oh, boy.
all kinds of people. So I learned some things myself. I didn't know that. I didn't really realize that traffickers often take advantage of the instability from natural disasters, conflicts, or pandemics. They exploit others during this time. So apparently during COVID, traffickers are still perpetuating crime and finding ways to capitalize on this. How do y'all think that a pandemic, or I know how a natural disaster could definitely exploit people. For example, people are misplaced or displaced out of their homes and stuff, and they need help. And the people who are usually people with money or people in power, hey, let me help you type shit. And those are the same people that like to enslave humans. So I can see how that is. But I mean, a pandemic where everybody's staying in the fucking house, I guess that could.
Well, when the schools are closed and the jobs are closed, some people are just out and about sometimes. You know what I mean? You got teenagers that'll be like in the summertime. You have teenagers that'll be out
Work, you're right.
at like just in the neighborhood at parks,
Yes.
just going to the stores. They're just out at random
Yes.
places. You know what I'm saying? That they probably wouldn't normally be if there wasn't a pandemic and you were during your normal routine of life.
Additionally,
Yeah,
you have
man.
people who are in desperate situations. People lost
Yeah.
jobs. People had to pay for funerals. People had to pay medical expenses. So the same type of reach out and help that they was getting in, when they're displaced from disaster, people
Yeah.
got displaced in the pandemic.
Hey,
Like,
come
it's-
work for me.
Yeah.
In one way or another. Whether
I
you're
got a
cleaning-
job for you.
Whether you cleaning my house or you
Yeah.
or fucking my friends, whatever, I got a job for you, and they end up in non-honest situations. Because in my opinion, there is honest sex work out here. There's honest domestic work out
Absolutely.
here, and there are people that will take advantage of that because they know it's a thin line between somebody doing that safely or not.
And,
So-
and as far as human trafficking, cities, there are certain cities that contain certain elements that are high
Hey,
traffic
Tiffany.
areas for human trafficking. You want to hear some of the things that a city would contain to attract human traffickers?
Well, I did read online that a lot of truck stops and people, they pick up young women and men that are walking along highways or streets and stuff. They pick them up.
Do people still hitchhike? It's 2023.
Runaways.
If you're
Okay.
First off, an
On the
urban,
highway?
but predominantly urban city, right? Near international borders,
Like Detroit,
near
in Canada.
international airports, and that have railroad systems.
Wow.
We 3 for 3.
We're four for four.
Detroit is number
I
one
am
in
hungry.
Michigan for sex trafficking.
So there you have it.
That's crazy.
Detroit, they got then Grand Rapids, then there's Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo, Lansing, and is it Mackinac or Mackinac?
Mackinac.
Mackinac Island. That's spelled very stupidly.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
it is.
Yeah, those
I
are
was live when they said sounded out when we were younger.
the prime areas for sex trafficking. There's a misconception that people think that you have to be forced into this kind of situation. What happens is
Nah,
there
you
are
get
people that exactly, they get duped. So like I said, some people might think they're going to do something honest and then they end up in some fucked up situations. But the fact is, if someone is under 18 and not forced, but they're still working for you sexually or commercially in some kind of way, that is human or sex trafficking. So, yeah, a 16-year-old or 17-year-old can't volunteer to fuck for you. Okay, that's not how it works.
Nope.
So then we got something outside of sex, forced labor, what people are typically using force, fraud, or coercion to exploit the labor of services for other people. Kind of like a domestic, it's called domestic servitude. And you know, see a lot of situations where I was watching this crime doc the other day where this girl in France, she went to the UK, I guess, to work, and as a domestic servant, what they do is they take your passport. She didn't know much English, so she didn't have many community ties or many ways to reach out to people around her for her to get help. People think it's so easy. Oh, why don't you just leave? Well,
where?
If you can't fucking say, how do I buy a ticket?
If you can't communicate.
If you can't communicate and you can't get the money for it, you don't feel like walking 300 miles home, then how are you going to do this? So, their access to everything is usually cut off, and they end up... And we see this around us a lot, honestly. I'm meant to ask y'all, and people in the comments, do you think that you've seen some shady shit, like some potential sex trafficking shit? I feel like I've seen it one time. I was in a parking lot somewhere at like a Walmart, and I saw these two cars pull up next to each other, and I saw them switch. I saw these two girls get out and switch and get out on different sides. It was a squabbling, a little arguing. But it was real fast. Like 3 or 4 people swapped inside the car, back seat and stuff. It was some weird shit. The girls looked unkept. The guys looked like they were making a drug deal. And it happened so fast. And I'm just looking like, did I just see what the fuck I thought I saw?
Some pimps and tricks going on.
There's some shit going on.
So did y'all see my video about what happened to me a couple of weeks ago as I was going to...
In connection with human trafficking?
It possibly could have been a situation if it wasn't me.
It looks shady.
No. So I am I'm sitting here in the studio and I got a call, an inbox rather.
Just sitting in the studio trying to get to you.
Called about an inbox. The inbox keeps saying call. Inbox said, yeah man, it's a 5-car accident on Grossback in 8 Mile. So you know me, when there's a big story going on, you know, I jump up, I'm running down 7 Mile.
And people know that about you.
People know about it, right? So I go
Click, clack.
coming down 7 Mile, and I get to Hoover, which is, you know, the equivalent of Grossbeck when you get to 8 Mile. So the turning lane was, you know, full. So I turned down the street previous, or right before Hoover, which is Albion. So I made that turn, and a car turned behind me, blinking the lights, right? So I'm figuring this like, I didn't know if somebody just went over the speed bump, you know what I mean? You see how the lights flick and whatnot.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So then I get to the corner on, what is it, Lance or Lappin or something like that first block off of Albion, and I make a right going towards Hoover, and they pull up behind me at the corner. They blinking again, so now I know they blinking at me. So I'm like, damn, well, this must be somebody that know me, seen the logo in the window or something. You know what I mean? So I bust a right on Lappin, bust a left on Hoover going towards State Fair now. So I get to State Fair in Hoover, and there's a liquor store right there on State Fair in Hoover, right by the State Fair Lounge. You pass State Fair Lounge, there's a liquor store.
And you found no accident at this point?
I found no who?
No accident.
No
Which
accident.
is what you was on the way to.
No. But I hadn't got to 8 Mile yet.
Okay,
I hadn't got to 8 Mile yet because it was an accident. So I get to State
The liquor
Fair in Hoover,
store.
the liquor store, and I pull in the liquor store, and I'm like, all right, let me see what this is and shit. They must know me or something or need help or something the way they flicking the lights.
You hope.
Pull up this white man, older middle-aged white man and shit, and he sound nervous. Yeah, man. You're not the police or nothing, man. You ain't gonna shoot me or nothing, are you?
I might shoot you, but I'm not the police. What do you want?
I'm like, what do you want, man? You flagged me down to whatever. For what reason? Like, you need help? Something wrong? No, man. I was wondering, man, if you wanted to get your dick sucked. I was trying to get my freak on. I said, what, man?
Oh, my God.
I pulled my phone out. Stuck it out the window, start recording the shit. I said, man, what you say, man? He get nervous then. Oh, you got your camera out there. Why you got your camera? I said, no, I don't. What you say? I got the phone.
He wanted some money, too.
No, if I was thinking like a hood nigga, I'd say, you got some money? How much you got? And got him in the van. Give me the good money. Get the fuck out.
Rob his ass.
The views and opinions expressed on 7 Mile Radio do not reflect.
Well, see, my thing
Say
is,
the whole
like,
thing.
what will make you...
I need to write it.
The views and opinions that you hear on Have Marci on this show do not reflect the views of 7 Mile Radio, but those specifically of the panelists and the on-air personalities of the show.
He got it down.
We not.
We're just telling y'all.
We not
It's
finna
shit
rob
out here.
nobody.
So my thing is, like, had that been the wrong person on either side of the spectrum, someone that possibly would have shot him or somebody that possibly would have, got themselves in danger, right? Maybe this. How do we not know that he doesn't just, ride around? Could have been a
He
woman.
does. He probably does do that.
A woman, you know what I mean? Or a little girl at the store, you know what I mean? Like what the? It's people out you will ride around in the middle.
It
of
does not sound like he was looking for a girl.
I'm just saying, he's a sexual predator. My point
he's
was,
a fucking predator.
So
Yep,
if I was thinking or not so
you
focused,
got the license plate.
I would have got out the car and I would have filmed the back of that bitch. And got all of his information. I would have stuck the camera in his, like, what you say? I was really trying to get his face. You know what I'm saying? But then and at one point during the video, he said, you heard me? He was whispering. He wasn't trying to, but he said you heard me. So that's just proof that he said what he said. I'm like, dog, this
ridiculous.
You just asked a black man that on the east side of Detroit at 10 o'clock at night.
He didn't mind getting his head blown off. I mean,
didn't.
You know what? I didn't even mean to say that. I didn't even
What?
think about that.
Oh my God.
I didn't even think about that. That was a good one. That was a fucking good one. That was a good one.
Wait,
that was a good
I'm
one.
over here thinking about community Facebook violations, and you just made a funny joke.
He tried to get his head blown off.
Stop saying that.
Okay.
We're going to get locked up.
Okay.
But that's funny because we was talking about fellatio Facebook. We not talking about
homicide.
Exactly, because we'll just wait till somehow update ban because we over here talking crazy. Exactly. Fellatio. Yeah.
So we're going back to
the views and opinions.
we're gonna go back to like we said, forced labor.
Stay safe out here though.
My question is, when they make these numbers about human trafficking, they're not just counting, like they said, the sexual trafficking again. They're talking about forced labor too. So does that mean those kids working in the Chinese restaurant or the dry cleaner
That's family. No. That's a family owned business.
But what if they're being forced?
Forced? What you mean? Listen, when you say forced, like in this situation only, we talking about at the Chinese restaurant, just one Chinese restaurant. I'm not even talking about them all. When we say forced, are we saying like
my mama made me come here and work? I think that might count because you can't force children to work.
You just
even if it's your kid.
You just asked me for money for the prom dress, the homecoming, the senior dues. All the shit that goes along with all the shit, and you don't want to earn some money from the family business?
I'm just talking about the law here.
They got work permits, I'm sure. I had to get a work permit. I remember that. Do they still do that? Do you still need a permit to get a job?
Under a certain age, I believe.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I had one of those.
As long as you don't deny them of schooling or food and rest, then it is not, and you're not forcing them, it's not considered that. But we do have a
food and rest.
We have a case in Michigan recent. I sent you a picture of that ugly ass white man with them shaved down teeth.
Man, what in the hell is going on with that guy?
He is the serial monster, sex trafficking guy in Michigan right now. So, recent news. He filed his teeth down to intimidate his victims.
I don't think he needed to take it that far. I think
his face was enough.
It was just enough. Enough.
And he's been doing this quite a while. So recently he had...
I wonder what his ruse is, because ain't no way he can say anything to me. You got to be able to get some people.
His rules is this. He had 2 men working for him. He called them generals. One of them was like only 23 years old. So he takes very impressionable young men to help him do this. He wants to start a gang called the Mossad Squad. I did not look up exactly what Mossad is. But if y'all in the audience do care to do that for me, y'all can go ahead. Mossad. So around Thanksgiving, he sent 2 of his workers. Like I said, one just being 23. He sent them around in a Hummer. He sent them around the Hummer to search for vulnerable women. So what he does is try to make them look like they have money, and he sends them around. So beware, women, when we see these guys riding around these nice cars.
What the fuck are we talking about?
They're actually going to start making Hummers again in Detroit. They're going to start making Hummers again here.
I thought them went out in the 99 and the 2000.
I was like, man, I haven't seen a Hummer since high school.
So you can tell what kind of chick would be like, oh, this is a Hummer. Not knowing that motherfucker's 20 years old, 30 years old, and gets 11 miles per gallon. So anyway, so he sent them out
not
and
even economical.
not
goofy.
even economical. So I saw somebody driving an Excursion recently, and I was like, damn.
I actually know someone who drives an Excursion. I'm like, why do you?
Are
do
they
that?
okay?
No, they're not.
Do they live in it?
And if you're watching this, seek help.
And we mean aid. Seek some aid because you need some help. So they found a 20-year-old woman in Flint walking along the side of the road. Like we said, they find these people that are walking around, and they offered her. Guess what they offered her?
I'm scared.
Food, shelter, a shower, the bare necessities. So they know how to scope out these certain people.
When you in a predicament,
Yeah.
shit, sound good to me.
They didn't even say
dog.
sex. They just, we got some food, shelter. You can come over and take a shower. You know. So from Thanksgiving to December 8th, they assaulted her. They had men come over and assault her in a house that was boarded up and nailed shut. The windows were nailed shut.
Where's the neighborhood? How are you not seeing people parked outside this nailed up home in and out?
Well, the windows were regular, but they were nailed shut.
I'm talking about the people that live across the street from this nailed up place.
The windows were regular, but they were nailed.
We didn't say boarded up.
Yeah.
We didn't say boarded up. Yeah.
Okay, yep, I'm with you. Sorry.
So they held her down.
Louise.
This is heavy, guys. They held her down. They had men come in and do their thing. And they were threatening her with a gun to her head, etc. And this is where his teeth comes in. His favorite threat is to rip your throat out with my teeth. So, yeah.
A human sex trafficking cannibal.
How about it? So, like I said, this guy, this ugly motherfucker with the shaved up teeth.
This is why we need more resources in the community, more shelters where people not getting out here okey doke with the basic needs of life that they need.
Jesus.
They need to have more resources for people to not be walking on the side of the road just waiting on somebody to say, "Do you need a shower?"
Yeah.
We need more resources.
Yeah, I
This
agree.
is crazy.
I agree. She attempted to escape 3 times. The first time she made it out, but they shot at her and they dragged her back in. But she was
Where
able.
are the neighbors?
This
They
is somewhere in
shooting.
Flint. It's probably somewhere fucked up in Flint.
Oh my God.
And so, but she did get a lick in. She was able to stab somebody.
Good.
First attempt.
Good.
The second attempt, she made it all the way to a McDonald's, and this is what gets me.
Mm-hmm.
She made it all the way to a McDonald's, and they found her at the McDonald's and threatened her not to say anything, or they were gonna kill her. But I'm wondering, like, as an employee at the McDonald's,
How you seeing this and not
Yeah.
saying nothing? I know they don't pay you enough. I say that at my job very often. They don't pay me enough to mind that business. I truly do. But I'd like to think if human life was in danger.
There you go.
yeah,
God, come on now.
yep,
There you go.
yep. So, her third try, she had a medical. That's what gets me. Y'all they only care about you if you can function for
Because it's
them.
the money maker.
So you're the money maker. So, the girl
We gotta
said,
make sure she healthy
okay.
enough to keep making me money. That's disgusting.
Exactly. It's
So
disgusting.
she gets sick and you send her to the hospital.
They called 911. They had medical people come get her, or she gets to the hospital. She gets to the hospital somehow, and that's where she was rescued. The same day that she was rescued at the hospital, they did a raid on the house.
Good. So y'all, it don't take a day to set up a raid. So they knew something was going on. They knew something was amiss.
You know,
No, if depending on the extent of the circumstances, they can raid a house in the day.
The movies make it sound like you need a long time to get the
No,
paperwork.
if we're talking about
You got to do a stakeout and make sure illegal shit's happening.
These people they kidnapped me. I am currently kidnapped.
currently, and I know where the house is.
And I'm here.
Yeah.
And there's possibly other girls there.
Yeah.
They're
okay,
going
that's
in
an
the
emergency.
house. Oh,
Yeah.
true.
That's an
They
emergency.
going in that bitch.
But
So,
okay.
Speaking of other victims, her story made it comfortable enough for a second victim of this particular guy to come forward. And guess the fuck what? Like I said, this is heavy. The recent victim said that she was targeted by this man. They call the serial monster when she was 4 years old. She grown now, but when she was 4 years old, this guy. So how long has this guy been doing this? So guess how she got into it? She was related to the monster in some kind of way. An adult in the family was related to the monster. Somehow she was in the family. So she said this made her comfortable to come out with her story because she wants to know, well, how many other people did he do this to? She said this went on for 4 times a week, at least 100 times until she was 9 years old. So she finally came forth with this information. The only way she was able to get out of the scenario is because the person who she's the child of broke up with whoever was related to this guy, this serial monster. If it wasn't the serial monster. So I'm pretty sure this parent knew what was going on. This girl has grown up being sold by her family. So that's the Michigan story. So if y'all see some fishy shit, it's better to be safe than sorry. For example, this lady in New York, she met a guy online. They link up. They're in his house. He ends up not letting her go. He's for a couple days, he's sexually assaulting her. He only lets her order food. So she sends in a message through Grubhub, through the food app, to say, when you come to deliver the food, come with the police.
Everybody.
Come with the police.
Please.
The guy answers the door. The police arrest him, and he has a prior charge already from like a week or two ago from some sexual assault situation.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
And never mind.
those of us in the service industry, especially being a bartender, I gotta be on the lookout for that shit too.
Yeah.
Okay, especially niggas putting shit in people's drinks and all that.
Definitely.
They using all kind of stuff. Speaking of Grubhub,
I am a little hungry. Oh,
yeah.
No. Oh, no, sorry.
Speaking of Grubhub, and that's going to conclude my segment on human sex trafficking prevention month. There are totally a lot of different resources online for you all to figure out hotlines, and for you to figure out how to spot this kind of shit, because it's so crazy how it happens right in front of us.
Yeah.
At the fucking airport, at the grocery store, it's right in front of us, and we don't even fucking know it. So but anyway, speaking of Grubhub, tell me why this 6-year-old was playing on his dad's phone, and he ordered $1,000 worth of Grubhub.
Did they have a rundown of the menu? Wait, and
That's worse than my son. Remember I told you what my boy did?
No.
It was maybe it was a week before his 4th birthday, and he went on Amazon and ordered a $300 bounce house on his mom's car.
Because he wanted to turn up.
Listen, wait. I asked him. I said,
gang.
I said, man, why you buy the bounce house? He said, I wanted to bounce.
Yeah, like you ain't know. I
said,
don't know
all
nothing
right.
about money.
I said,
I see it. I want it. I like it. I'm gonna get it. He don't know nothing about money. He's
Did
3.
Did he get it?
Yeah.
He got. So he has a bounce house now.
So now
All
he
right.
know.
All right. I
Man.
can't be too mad.
This whole gentle parenting shit is ridiculous.
We said the kids
My
don't get
mama
out the
would
house
have
enough.
stabbed that motherfucking bounce house. You gonna do what? And they not giving me my money back. She would have stabbed that bitch and watched me walk past it for 3 months
Oh my god.
until she felt like throwing it away. That's crazy.
The father didn't. Well, what happened was people just kept coming and delivering food. He's
like,
why do
"Dog,
y'all keep delivering all
This
this
is not for me. Yes, it is for somebody here.
all this fucking food?" He showed a transaction of $439 being declined from Happy's Pizza. So that was the last order.
How many pizzas do you gotta get from Happy's to get to 430? I've had plenty of classroom pizza parties before, I never maxed out. I never even got to 100 before, so I'm just trying to figure out. You did say 6. No, he supposed to know his numbers by then.
He supposed to know what his responsibilities and what they aren't also.
This is why you shouldn't give the kids the iPad. Or lock your shit up, because you could just get in there and do whatever.
Like, that's part of the reason why I kept my second phone that I have.
I got 2 phones.
One for me and one for him.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
what it is.
One for me
because
and one for the son.
One for the son, exactly. That has no Cash App, PayPal, or Bank of America.
Yeah.
Chime, none of that shit.
Because these kids know everything except for what to do in a
bank
fucking
apps
classroom.
on
But
it.
don't get me started.
No, boy.
Sorry.
So they
Did anybody refund him his money? This poor dad.
no, and in fact they're saying so. We have 5 orders of jumbo shrimp.
Oh my God.
That's the whole
I was
$1,000
gonna
right
say,
there.
Hey, listen.
Plus
Where's-
delivery.
From where? Captain Jay's? Come on now, say something.
Y'all tell me if this is in Michigan or not after I read this menu.
Okay, yeah.
5 orders of jumbo shrimp, a shit ton of salad, several orders of chili cheese fries.
Yes,
Oh.
Michigan. Come on now. That's Detroit. What are you
Several
talking
orders of chicken shawarmas
about? That's Detroit. That is definitely Detroit.
and ice cream.
Cody and Bucharest.
Come on, man,
and
that's
a little
Detroit.
Superman ice cream to set it off.
Yeah.
Did he order some Vernors and Fago too?
Okay. And
Better
Man,
made chips and shit.
okay.
you know I applied to the story.
Coney.
I said I need the location before the food get cold. Okay. Please
'Cause
send me that location.
The community will help. This is what we mean by banding together.
Banding
we will help.
together.
We will help you eat those. Dang.
I myself would take the 2 orders of shrimp. I would take 2 salads, and I would take a chili cheese fry and 2 chicken shawarmas, So
let me get a shawarma and a order of shrimp for sure.
a shawarma and an order of shrimp.
Yeah. Let me.
And you know what? I'm actually pretty hungry right now.
I'm starving.
And
Are
I'm
you
like-
about to take me to get some food?
I will.
Y'all
I'm-
take
It's
it.
past
me
my
too.
bedtime. You know I'm pump
I'm
faking. I'm
sorry.
sorry. The excitement on your face, I couldn't even see it through because I'm like, I'm going home and
I'm
I'm about to have
Engineer's
sleep
hungry
for dinner.
too.
I was about to say I did real good
Mark,
yesterday at the
when
concert.
you gonna have
Real
when you
good.
gonna have somebody come and bring us some food up here to taste and try? I'm trying to be the next Keith Lee.
Well, Marci is the foodie. Like,
What
we
did
can-
you just say, Marcy? Who is Keith Lee?
Yeah,
My cousin.
I second that emotion. Like, who
I'm
is-
Marci Lee. What the fuck?
How do y'all expect
Is that
to
like-
make
is
it
that
big
like-
in the social media world if y'all are not following the people that's going from 0 to 100? We're gonna talk offline about this. See, I'm gonna have to get these folks together. I met
That's like
we-
Keith Sweat, Bruce Lee.
No,
Oh.
I think
7
so.
Mile Radio Management. I'm applying for the job. I gotta get these.
Food manager, food and beverage summoner.
Listen, oh yeah, we gonna find somebody. Okay, next show we
We should
want
do
to
it for
have
next
somebody.
show.
Yeah,
It's
somebody.
my birthday show.
Oh,
We need to find new people every week to bring food for the
yes,
station.
but let's start with
That's how
next
Mark
week.
survived.
We gonna find somebody to give us some food. We gonna taste it on air. We gonna review it, and we not gonna chew in the microphones though, cause I don't. Unless y'all
Yes,
pay
they-
us.
yes, they are.
No, unless y'all pay us. I don't do that AR.
ASMR.
I don't do that for free.
Mukbang. Mukbang.
People really
Bang.
like that shit. I be so annoyed.
Mouth bang.
Mouth bang.
That's what almost happened to you over on
Yeah,
Hoover.
you
That's
tryna-
what happened.
Mouth bang. Nope, that was a good one. I like that
I
one.
don't like her. I'm getting off the air. I'm cutting this thing off.
Good night, y'all. Love
good
you.
night.
That is fun.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.